Hello, everybody. Harry Baldock here, editor at Total Telecom. And today I'm delighted to be joined by John Carney, Senior Vice President and Global Head of Telecoms, Media and Entertainment for Salesforce. John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Harry.
You're very welcome. The first thing I wanted to speak to you about today is that you're, of course, taking part in our upcoming event, the Total Telecom Congress, and your session is related to changing expectations of customers. Could you tell us a little bit more about the changes that you're seeing?
For sure, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, it's no surprise, I'm sure, to this audience that we've been going through dramatic changes, not only with consumer expectations, but also the way that companies are responding to COVID-19. And those changes are affecting all of us in pretty much every way that we live. I mean, meetings like this all being done over Zoom or similar media, conventions, conferences being done remotely like Total Telecom, the way that we shop. I mean, it's pretty stunning when you look at some of the data around how much e-commerce has grown year over year, how much consumers and companies are relying on digital channels of engagement. This was an underlying trend pre-COVID, but in my experience, it's dramatically accelerated post-COVID. And I think some of these things are here to stay. I know in my own experience, I am pretty much having everything delivered to the house, and I started delivering groceries to the house, which I'd never done before pre-COVID. And it's a great experience. I can get groceries delivered in 2 hours. It saves me money. So I don't think I'm going to go back to grocery shopping. I don't know about you all, but that's an example of things that I think are going to continue with us post-COVID. And hopefully we'll get back to live events again, because I certainly enjoy them, and I think it's a big part of what we do, and it's part of our process. But we'll see.
Yeah, well, we're certainly on our end hoping to go back to live events as soon as possible.
Right, I'm sure.
The next thing I wanted to speak to you about was your recent acquisition of Velocity. It's one of your key ISV partners. What does that acquisition mean for your comms customers?
Yeah, so look, Salesforce has been committed to industry verticals now for about 7 years. The telecom, media, and entertainment vertical is a very large vertical globally, as you can imagine, just in total size, but particularly for Salesforce. We've been committing resources and investment against telecom, in particular. Some of our largest accounts globally are telecom accounts. And this year, we really doubled down on that commitment to the telecom space by buying Velocity, one of our great ISV partners that's been with us since their beginning. And they really bring all of the remaining dimensions that we felt were necessary to have a full digital cloud-based BSS capability for telecoms. And so I think we're going to look back at 2020, particularly with the acquisition of Velocity, as a really pivotal year in our commitment towards the telecom space.
I think that leads quite nicely onto my last question for you, which is, can you tell us more about some of the recent innovations Salesforce is launching for the communications industry?
The biggest thing is really, as I said earlier, this investment in Velocity. What Velocity brings, I like to compare it to, Salesforce sells a beautiful car. We sell the entire vehicle, but the transmission, or maybe the engine, was provided by a third party, in this case with Velocity. And now we're bringing all of that under a single commercial umbrella. We always worked very closely together, but now we're all one. It's all part of the same entity. And what they bring are really those critical purpose-built telecom-specific processes, data models, and services that allow carriers to be able to get not only their sales and marketing capability on Salesforce, but now all of the critical functions of order management, CPQ, contract lifecycle management, enterprise product catalog, all under one experience, under one commercial agreement. And we're continuing to invest against telecom-specific data models. We have a library of 700 pre-built telecom-specific process flows that you can simply grab, point, click, and pull into Salesforce. And all of that really is designed to make that digital BSS experience and that migration to a cloud-based solution for telecoms to be incredibly fast and allow them to get value out of that digital experience very quickly. In some cases, we're seeing large transformation projects get up and running within months versus the historical way of doing it could take years. And so we're super excited about that. Customers are really responding in just really positive ways, and we'll continue to invest heavily in this space.
Exciting times. John, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me today.
Thanks, Harry. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. You can hear more from John Carney and Salesforce at this year's Total Telecom Congress. On October the 27th at 11:30, John will be presenting a session on delivering innovative experiences for the customer of tomorrow. We hope to see you there.